As you can see by my pants, I have a terrible moth problem. How's everybody doing? Hey, it's quite late on Monday night, May 25th, 2020. I hope everybody's had a fun-filled and fulfilling 3-day weekend of sorts for this Memorial Day weekend here in May. I have just been really, working on my motivation to get some things done. Yeah, and I'm finding it, and this week I'm just going to continue to perpetuate the positive and get those things done. And I'm sure you guys can relate and feel what I'm talking about here. Is sometimes you never know generally how long it may last, but you get into what I call a lull. You just kind of find yourself in a funk or a ditch, and you want to kind of get out of it and get kind of things back on a level of track, as it were. And in the last, I don't know, quite a while actually, I've just been really having a hard time finding that gusto, that mojo, that motivational push to address some things that have to be addressed and need to be addressed. And whether it's a health issue or your laundry or your yard or your bills or whatever it is, sometimes you just can't fucking deal with it, and you don't want to fucking deal with it. And then eventually you start looking around going, Jesus, I'm kind of sliding here. And self-awareness is such an excellent thing, and being your own critic, which is fine. I think in some ways it's helpful, that you just take a level of self-inventory and kind of evaluate some things and say, look, Jesus, man, this needs to change. Life can be hard, man. Especially when you're a one-man band like myself. You don't necessarily have that person next to you saying, hey, man, you need to shower, or hey, man, you need to get back in the gym, or hey, we need to go do this together and get some things done. And you just kind of have to find your own balance and compass. It's tough, So for all you people out there who are single or live alone or or just kind of doing your own gig, high praise to you. That's not easy. Whether you're a single parent or you're just a post-middle age, hippie bachelor like yours truly, or whatever it is. If you're on a crusade to champion something, or to start a business, whatever it is, that takes a lot of courage. It takes guts, and it takes guts to exclude yourself or remove yourself, as it were, from bad situations and break free from things. And maybe you will find yourself alone when you do that. Like when I took steps to quit drinking. Sure, there's just some people you don't hang out with anymore, But whatever it is, I guess the bottom line is just keep finding things that interest you. Keep finding a reason to get up in the morning. Keep finding a reason to keep things in order. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you have things kind of in order, you clean something up or you get something done, tell me I'm lying. Doesn't it feel good? And it doesn't matter the size of the accomplishment, or what someone else thinks. It's what you think is what matters, And it also gives you credence if you put yourself in a position to lead by example, I mean, if someone says to me, "Hey, Scott, I really love the way you take care of your yard or your house or your cat or your 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 personal possessions or your body or your mind or whatever," to me, that's the greatest thing anybody could say, you know, is that others can see the efforts that you're putting into making things better for yourself and trying to obviously make things better for those around you, you know. Um, it's not an easy thing to do, you know. It takes that E word. It takes effort. And lately I've just been having trouble with that word, putting it to use. But I'm not mad at myself, and I don't think you guys should be mad at you if you find that there's periods and times where it's just like, I don't want to deal with it right now, you know. I just want to worry about something else, you know. And that doesn't mean you're being irresponsible or being selfish per se. It's just, I don't want to deal with this right now, you know. And then on other occasions, it might be, man, this is something I have to deal with because I'm losing control, right? So, what am I leading to with this? I don't know, but it's just, sharing is caring, right? For whether you subscribe to my YouTube channel or whether you're a friend of mine on Instagram or Facebook or other places, I hope in some ways, and I don't mean this egotistically, I hope in some ways I help you to help you, or I make you laugh, or I'm a positive contribution to your life, I mean, I never really knew how I was perceived as a parent until my daughter grew up and told me some things. And most of it was very complimentary, and a lot of complimentary to her mom too. But sometimes you just don't know things. You can only guess, But I'm starting to find a focus again, unilaterally, and that's good for me. And I think it's good for other people too. But I've also got to remind myself as I'm kind of getting things back into focus, don't go nutso about it. Just let it, gradually bring it in, And it's kind of how I've always lived my life. There's an old saying, sometimes you got to go away to come back, So anyways, again, I hope everybody's had a great Memorial Day weekend. And if I haven't told you recently, I love you all very much. And each of you that are my friends brings something different and unique to my life. And I'm grateful for all of you. And I hope, you feel kind of the same about me. And keep working, people. Hang in there. And I'll do the same. Be well. Good night.